Nah, women like scars.
Do they?
I reckon.
This is getting I reckon weird. It's something that they say to be nice to people because women tend to be nice.
I think... No, I genuinely think statistically, I reckon women as a whole...
That you shouldn't refer to them as that.
Yeah.
This is probably the most excited I'm going to be for a Barbie movie.
Yeah, but they're not giving you everything, so... There is.
I reckon that's probably the best joke.
Do you think?
I reckon so.
No, I reckon Ken's got a bunch of good one-liners.
How come Ken's got blonde hair?
Ryan Gosling's blonde.
Yeah, but don't Ken have dark hair?
Classically, yeah.
I suppose, yeah, that's it. It's classically, and then you can just break all those rules. That's
fuck
fine.
it.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, fair enough. I just worry that sometimes when there's this much hype around a film, that it's just never going to live up to it.
I don't think there's that much hype, though.
But it's everywhere, isn't it?
There's memes.
Okay, maybe everywhere I go, because everyone's version of this is different.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I just keep seeing so much stuff about it.
I've seen a lot of memes. Honestly, the most memes I've seen have been about Oppenheimer coming out on the same day.
Yeah, I mean, them two are pretty opposing. It's a terrible idea for both of them. I don't know why that happened.
No, but I think it's a good idea.
I guess it is, because everyone that doesn't... There's a good chance that there's not a huge crossover between the Barbie goers and the Oppenheimer goers.
I think there is.
Although I'd happily see both.
I think most people are going to see both.
It's one of the first times in a long time that I've said to Debs about doing doubles. Which order, though?
I mean, we're going on Monday if you want to come.
Are you doing the double?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 100%. You already booked it?
No.
It's very rare that there's two films that we both want to see at the same time. And we hadn't done a double since I was a teenager, and you should just sneak in after the first one.
Don't do that.
Oh, yeah, you do. When you're a teenager, when you're a young boy and don't understand the economics of a cinema and how to run that.
What chain was it you went to? One of the closed down ones?
It was, yeah. Closed down 2 days later. They said that me doing that was the final straw that broke the cinema's back.
Was his wife crying?
Yeah, she was
hungry
weeping.
Children.
Yeah, I hit one of them.
He's blind!
Didn't see it coming. But yeah, I don't know if I'm excited to see the Barbie film or not. I'm kind of just more intrigued about it. I know you will be, because you're a Gosling Gosler, aren't you?
It's not, honestly, that wasn't even my first thought. My first thought, it's just by a really good writer and director.
Who wrote and directed?
Can't remember her name, but it's the one who did Lady Bird. You seen Lady Bird?
No.
Lady Bird's good.
Do you remember, I just see pop cinema and films. I'm not in them deep cuts like you.
Yeah. You should watch Lady Bird. It's Lady Bird's like a comedy, drama, teen thing.
Does it have a little sticker saying, nominated at Sundance in the corner of it?
I think it's an A24. I'm almost certain it's an A24.
What's that?
A24?
Oh, obviously I know The Road.
What?
What's A24?
No, it's a movie company.
Oh, right.
So A24 is a movie company that... it's not independent anymore because it's a fucking massive company. But that's how they started. As every film they do is normally at some Sundance festival. It's all very that vibe, slow paced films and things like that, quirky films. But they do loads. You'll have seen loads. So Midsummer and Hereditary, they're A24.
Are they? I love them already.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. Did you watch that?
I haven't watched it, but I know I need to.
That's A24.
I've been told a lot that I need to.
The Whale, that new one. That's A24.
Brendan Fraser, is that?
Yeah.
I haven't watched that either.
There's fucking loads. Honestly, if you went through the list, you'd be like, oh yeah. There'll be a load you've seen. Because that's what I'm saying, they branch into everything. Lady Bird is literally, it's a comedy with a sprinkle of drama. And then you got The Whale, which is a more fucking depressing despair story. And then you've got Midsummer Hereditary, which are horrors kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Then you got Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is some epic multiverse comedy drama thing. Do you know what I mean?
They just do a bit of everything.
Yeah, they just do anything with good writers, directors, good ideas.
Surely that's what film companies should be.
Yeah.
You know how you get Twisted Pictures or whatever, and they'll just make pretty much all the horrors, the gory horrors or whatever. Yeah. I would have thought a company would have been like that. More let's just do a bit of everything.
Yeah. Well, most companies are. But Warner Brothers are, and Lionsgate and things, they do everything, but because they're so big, they do everything.
And they have to be successful when they're that big.
Yeah.
They don't take punts on stuff, do they?
Yeah. Whereas A24, in a year, they'll release 10 films max.
Yeah.
So when you see the A24 come up, me and Machine are always like, oh, yeah.
Because you know they're picky with who they want to work with. And
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Like, there's been some flops, but by no... Like, that we've watched, but by no means, like, shit. Do you know what I mean?
Still better than the average.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we watch most of the A24 films, I would say. Like, when we see the projection for the year, we'll be like, that one. We'll skip those two, kind of thing.
Yeah. Barbie's Warner Brother, isn't it?
No idea.
Pretty sure it is.
It's not A24.
That's probably why they're using Margot Robbie.
Probably.
Because she's been in a lot of Warner Brothers stuff recently, hasn't she?
Has she?
I don't know. Suicide Squad.
That was like 5 years ago.
The second Suicide Squad. Harley Quinn.
That was 3 years ago.
I might be just linking DC. Because I think Warner Brothers do a lot of DC, don't they?
I don't think they own her. Just a heads up.
No, but it's one of those things that, like, when they get used to using people, they work with them loads, don't they?
Yeah, that's true.
All those days.
Like Christopher Nolan and your boy.
Yeah. Cillian Murphy.
Killian. I said Gillian the other day and Dan corrected me.
You deserve to be corrected for Gillian.
I don't give a fuck, man. If you've got a weird name like that, I'm going to say it however the fuck I want. Straight facts.
It's not that weird.
Yes, it is.
It's phonetic.
No, it's not, because that would be Killian. No,
It is Cillian.
Cillian. I would say Cillian.
Would it? Would you say Sa for a car?
Would you say Sicilian?
That starts with an S.
Sicilian?
Yeah, but that's because it's later in the word. It changes its phonetics if it's further through, doesn't it?
Fucking no. Stop
I
saying
don't know.
phonetics like you know shit.
I don't know. I used to say Cillian, and then a thought came to me that people say Kier and they spell it over there with a C, so it must be the same starting sound.
Okay.
But in the authentic spellings, which mine is nowhere near. Not even close.
What's the authentic spelling of Kier? Kieran.
Starts with a C, ends with an N, and there's probably a GH in there in classic Irish fashion.
Yeah.
We need to chuck some of them in there.
Man, Irish names are a fucking level of their own.
They are. It's difficult when these people, like Margot Robbie's one, where you want to say Margot.
Yeah. Almost looks like maggot as well.
It's so close. Well, I suppose it's a letter out, isn't it?
It's one letter out.
Yeah.
Swap that R for a G and you got maggot.
The pulse of the Margot. The pulse of the Margot. I am interested in seeing that film. It's definitely a nostalgia win.
I don't think it is, you know.
I suppose there's not.
Genuinely don't think it is.
Why?
There's not, well, for us anyway. Did you play with Barbies? I don't play with Barbies.
Not enough.
So, like, there's no nostalgia for me. But then also, I suppose, yeah, if you did play with Barbies and if you watched, like, Barbie had a TV show on that, didn't she? So if you watch that, you are almost seeing a live action thing, which I guess has that nostalgic effect.
I wasn't allowed to play with Barbies.
No?
No. They're like, no way. Hitting me with the box.
No, I don't have any recollection of...
They didn't really.
Oh.
I didn't really go through that kind of...
Loads of people did. I just thought you were being serious. I was trying to brush it along and, keep it light-hearted here. Fucking hell.
You put action men inside me.
What?
He said that'll make me less gay than playing with a Barbie. It was the swimming one. You wound him up.
It was the truck.
Dumped a load in me.
Shoving a truck in a child's anus.
I was 25.
Well, you probably should have just stopped playing with action men at that point. All Barbies.
I fell and I landed on it, and it just happened to be that it was raining outside, so I used a condom as a Mac for my action man.
Yep.
And that's the only reason.
Yeah.
That it was like that. There is nostalgia to it, though.
Yeah, now I've thought about it, I'm like, yeah, if you...
No one talks about Barbie now. Not really. Not in the same way they did in the 90s.
Yeah.
So the people growing up in the 90s are like, oh, I fucking had a Barbie. Everyone with a Cindy's like fuming.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone that had a Barbie's going to be like, yeah, I'm totally into going and seeing that.
Yeah, but at the same time, if an Action Man film came out now, would you care?
I wouldn't, because we've kind of already seen the Action Man film without it being Action Man. In that, like, Commando.
Yeah, and we've already seen the Barbie film without it being Barbie.
Yeah. Maybe.
I mean, two things. First off, you know, you've got like Legally Blonde, another kind of blonde, pink, with a ditzy, you know, kind of character. There's loads of films that are like, they've definitely shaped the comedy around and, you know, the stupid blonde character kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then also, you've watched the trailer, it's literally Lego, the movie.
Oh, what, as in like the way that they've kind of set it up is to...
It's almost the same, yeah.
Yeah, to use like a lot of the nostalgia from playing. Like,
No. The plot. She finds out there's a real world.
Oh, yeah.
And she wants to get out of the real world. And Will Ferrell's controlling the real world.
To be honest, that is what swung me.
Same film.
Seeing Will Ferrell in it is... I'll watch it just for that.
Yeah, same.
I'll watch anything that he does.
There is also a good cast.
I know, there's a great cast.
On top of all that.
Yeah, there is. But Will Ferrell's in it.
Yeah.
He's one of the most, apparently one of the most overpaid actors of all time because of how much money he asks and how much money his films make.
Nice.
Yeah.
I suppose as well, for the last like 10 years, Will Ferrell's done a lot of just cameos.
Yeah.
And I reckon he probably charges bank for just a cameo. Like for the Barbie movie, I reckon he got paid a lot.
Because there's a lot of people like me and like you who are like, oh, Will Ferrell's got a cameo. I'm into it already.
Yeah.
I'll definitely go see that.
Yeah.
So if they did an Action Man film, it would be Action Man realising that he needs to go into the real world.
If they did an Action Man comedy, yeah, that'd be interesting. But then it sounds like you're just going for the exact same plot as Barbie.
But they stole it off Lego, so it's fine.
Yeah, that is true.
I did like, because she floats down from the top of the house, which is pretty good. Because I think that's like someone's holding her, like playing with her.
Oh.
Because you wouldn't walk her through the house and round the stairs and that, would you? You'd go, bang.
Clever Kier.
Might be. I don't know if it is.
No, I think you're right.
But
that makes complete sense.
I think there's loads of stuff like that.
Yeah. See, I didn't know.
I think there's going to be loads of things like that as well.
I just thought, oh, she flies.
I thought at least while she's walking in the real world, like in her world, she'd just be like stiff-armed as fuck. And her legs would be like they were in Wolf of Wall Street.
What?
They CGI'd her legs in Wolf of Wall Street.
Ooh. What? What do you mean?
You know the bit where she's teasing Leonardo DiCaprio, because I can't remember what the guy's name is. It'll come to me at some point. And like she's laid on her back and then like she pushes him away with her foot after like enticing him into her groinal region.
Yeah.
And then like she pushes him away. Her legs are like longer than they should be.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Probably for how they look. Aesthetics, I'd imagine.
That is so weird.
Yeah, it's definitely weird.
Like, what's wrong with her legs?
Just not enough for me to have noticed though. Like I didn't watch the film and go, fucking hell, look at that spider. Like it wasn't like that.
I mean, so yeah, I watched it as well, and I didn't have that response either. I didn't know it was CGI.
I wonder if I've been absolutely like fucked here.
You made this up?
No, I've watched. It came up on like a YouTube thing to say where they've used interesting places you wouldn't think they'd have used CGI because that's kind of interesting, and it was on there. But it may not have been true. She might just have legs that are 4 times longer than the average person.
This is a complete random beeline, right? But I was watching a YouTube video. This is really fucking random. We'll get back on track. But I was going to tell you this anyway because I was like, this is fucking dumb. But sorry,
suspense is killing me.
I have a cough, so I may do that a few times.
Okay,
if you want to edit that out, the cough spike, wherever you can, just mute it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Put some more work in.
You could stifle them a bit.
I just push the thing away.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, and now no one can hear what you're saying.
Because I got another cough.
Will you just die quietly?
Will you just stop being a bitch?
Will you tell this story about this, what you've seen on the YouTube?
So Nazis, right?
You're right, this is a weird beeline.
Yeah, it is.
Blonde hair, blue eyes, straight over, I get it.
So, have you ever noticed that loads of Nazis just like have really horrible scars on their face?
Just in general?
Yeah. You ever noticed this? Because I have noticed this.
It's not something that I've
in my archival Nazi journaling.
Yeah.
I've noticed a lot of them have like weird scars on their face, quite like distinct lines, not like, mangled stuff, like really strong lines. I have not always wondered, but I saw a video that was like, do you wonder why Nazis have scars? I was like, yes, I do. So I watched this video and it's the dumbest thing ever. So fencing.
Yeah.
So apparently there's a sport in Germany that's like fencing that's really, really big, or was back then anyway. But what it is they use way sharper fencing swords.
Yeah.
And basically, you stand across from your opponent wearing full kind of protective gear, including goggles and a nose guard, but you leave your cheeks and chin and lips and forehead completely open.
Oh, man.
And then you don't like, haha. You don't do that whole...
guard.
You don't do the classic lunging. They literally... This is where it gets dumb. They stand like this, hold the sword above the head, and just go... until one of them gets a cut on the face.
That's the dumbest sport
And
ever.
that person wins/loses.
What?
There's not... Yeah, so basically, if you get a cut on you... It's a weird kind of double standard, because if you cut the guy's face, you have won. The winner is the one who doesn't get cut.
Right.
But the guy with the cut... But everyone wants the cut on the face. Back then.
Oh, I see. Because it kind of... You're walking around in society and you're like, this means that I play this game.
So here's the little side. There's loads more to this. But like... So these clubs were very... Like, to go and do this sport properly... Obviously, you could do it wherever you wanted, but it was very exclusive. It was almost like like fucking fencing at Eton or some shit.
Yeah.
Similar thing. It was in high class and all this kind of stuff. And if you had the scars, you were easily identified as someone who is high class and whatnot.
Oh, right.
You were more appealing to female, people would think you make a good husband because
Because you stood in the way of a sword.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it's pretty brave.
Yeah.
Genuinely. Like,
I mean, take the goggles off and the nose guard. Let's be real brave about it.
if you said, let's do that now with all the gear, I'd say, no.
Yeah, I'm definitely not playing that game.
I don't want to get cut.
Not ruining the moneymaker.
But that's what I'm saying, is they would just be like, yep, let's do that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty cool as well. Not the Nazi part, but the stabbing each other in the face is pretty good.
Well, as far as I gather, this is like why, like it was just linked to the Nazis because there was loads of photos of Nazis with scars on the face, but it's just a German thing apparently, and it's a sport all over, but yeah, it's a big thing in Germany, or was it? I don't know if it still is, but
man,
in like the 30s, 40s, it was huge.
I thought it was going to be linked to like prisoners of war or something.
That's what I thought. Like I saw the little fucking, the YouTube video cap thing, and it had like all these photos of like these mangled fucking Nazis, and I was like, oh... I have always wondered why they're all mangled, and I thought it was going to be like some kind of experiment shit. It's just this dumb fucking sport.
My head just went straight to Quentin Tarantino, just to Inglourious Bastards where he like keeps carving
this is what
swastikas
I thought. I thought it was
in
going
their
to be like
heads and
fucking
stuff.
something gnarly and nice, some fancy sport.
See, that sounds really brave and really cool. Like, oh my god, we're playing with knives to the face and stuff. But if it looks like fencing, I'm not massively interested.
It looks nothing like fencing.
Oh, right. I do kind of want to see a video of them doing it now.
Like they wear like welding goggles with a little nose guard attachment, which already looks fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Like it's not nice glasses. And then after that, they just wear pretty much makeshift armor to cover their arms and chest and neck.
And then they stand just a few feet away.
They stand like a sword's length, so the sword's length, roughly-ish. So yeah, literally a few feet, and then they swing the sword above their head, over and over and over and over and over, until one of them gets a cut.
Did you get a little tiny one?
You're not allowed to dodge. You're not allowed to flinch. If you do that,
now it's got.
If you do that, you lose.
Now we're talking.
If you pull away, you lose.
It's
that
like
person's the
it's
loser.
like slaps with serious consequences.
Yeah.
Oh, that's well worse that you can't move. Man, you just got to take a fucking stabbing to the face.
It's like a tame Russian roulette.
Yeah,
because you have just got to.
No, because Russian roulette, like, this game has skill in it, doesn't it? People are going to get good at this.
No, honestly,
Russian roulette is
I don't
just
think there's
skill.
skill. I don't think there's skill.
There is skill. Anything that you're going to do repetitively, you can get skilled at.
You can get skilled at, but you can't like. I don't think you can aim because your hands above your head and you're just going.
Well, it depends how many times. If you could see the records to see how often people won, and if they won repetitively, you could assume that they had skill.
It's a 50-50, so that would be hard to gauge.
It's the same like darts. If you're just watching someone throw out a board, you'd think it was luck.
Well, no, because there's like fucking how many options?
Well,
how many places can the dart hit?
Yeah. That's what makes it luck, though, isn't it? Because it was always perceived as a game of luck.
Darts?
Yeah.
No.
It's only fairly recently that it was proven not to be.
Well, yeah, it's fucking aim.
Yeah, but for longer than it hasn't been, it was seen as luck, a game of luck.
That's fucking dumb.
And then a guy wanted to prove that it wasn't by like someone would shout out what they wanted, and then he would hit that every time whatever they asked. He went for it just to be like, it's not luck.
Yeah.
But forever it was seen as luck, and that might be the same with this sexy sword fight. You must be able to get good at it.
Ish. That's what I'm saying. I think you could probably get good-ish.
The swinging around the head does add a lot of variables, for sure.
Like, yeah, you can probably get good at swinging around your head. Like, faster. Like, if you got it really fast, do you know what I mean? You got more chance. You then do more, you know, I don't know what the rotations to the face. So the more rotations to the face you get, the quicker you're going to win, by theory. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, right. So they're hitting the face whilst it's spinning.
But you're trying to hit the face.
Whilst it's spinning.
What? You're spinning it?
Yeah, so it's spinning around your head, right?
Yeah.
Going round and round, and it's in this spin that I'm trying to hit your face.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm doing it at the same time, so the swords are going ting, ting, ting.
I see.
So,
right,
like,
so sorry,
ting, ting.
I've got this completely mixed up. I thought it was like swing, straight across.
No, you're literally swinging, and every swing you're trying to get the face. And like, yeah, you can move it into the face,
yeah.
But obviously they're moving one back, and it's bang, back. It's, you know, there's a lot of clashing.
Right. See,
and
I thought it was
bang.
like taking it in turns, and there was like an art to it, not just let's swing these above our head.
It's a 1v1, go, swing at the same time, first person to hit. Like, the game's lasted like seconds.
Oh, right, okay. I saw this being like over some time as well.
Nope.
I think I just need to see this now. I'm going to try and find out what it's called.
Oh, I can find out. It begins with an M.
No, I'll chuck it at the bottom.
Yeah. But it was genuinely pretty interesting. Rasheen came through from a bath at the exact moment the video started and was like, what the fuck are you... Because it literally started with, did you wonder why the Nazis have scars on their face? And I was like...
Yes, I did.
She was like, what are you watching? And I was like, I'm watching why Nazis have scars on their face, obviously.
What else would you be watching?
This was like, no joke, this was in between 2 Action Bronson videos as well. So it was like, food... Nazi scars, food.
Nice. Well, sometimes you need Nazi scars to just build your appetite up again, don't you?
Yeah.
I always find that.
Sorry, we can get back on track now after. I just you said watching YouTube videos, and I was like, I was going to tell you about that YouTube video I watched, because it was genuinely interesting.
It does sound interesting.
Yeah,
I'll definitely check it out. And then, like, because of the way I am, I'll be like, right, I'm going to buy one of them swords. And I'm going to buy the guard.
You can buy 2 of them, bring it in, and be like, let's get scars on our face. Kier, this feels like one of your new things, and this one's a bit more dangerous than the other types. No, women will want to have sex with me.
Yeah, German Nazi women.
Nah, women like scars.
Do they?
I reckon. This is getting
I reckon
weird.
It's something that they say to be nice to people because women tend to be nice.
I think... No, I genuinely think statistically, I reckon women as a whole...
But you shouldn't refer to them as that.
Yeah.
It's 3 holes.
I think a lot of women statistically would be into scars. But obviously, it depends.
People are into scars, though, I
The thing they would say would be like, it depends on the scar, and obviously...
I mean, yeah, that's the biggest variable, isn't it? Is his face missing
yeah.
versus like a nice, tidy cut down the cheek.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Or like a disc cutter bounced and then took a fucking line out the middle of your face.
Ugh. With a dead eye.
Yeah, that's it.
Nobody wants a dead eye.
No.
Sorry to anyone who's got a dead eye.
No one wants one. Even the people with them don't want them.
But I think my point I'm also making is that whereas men, statistically, it'd be way lower.
Oh, what?
Way lower.
Unless it was a man with a scar, and then I'd be definitely more into it again.
Well, yeah, but we're straight, so...
Well, I guess, yeah. It's hard to speak in these huge generalizations because some people would be totally against him and some people would be super into him.
Obviously. That's why I'm saying statistically. All I'm saying is I reckon if you outlined it with, you know, would you be attracted to a man who had a discreet scar but on his face, you know, maybe on the cheek, under eye, something like that. Discreet being small, thin, not like, you know, spread, not like my hand, like spread and red. I think most women would be like...
Spread and red's the name of your sex tape, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I think most women would be into that.
Well...
I reckon a strong 60% would be like, ooh, yeah.
I got one of them that you've just described.
What, a strong 60%?
It's on my business card. I got a strong 60%, but much more effort than that. I've got a small, thin scar on my face.
Have you?
Under my eyebrow.
Under your eyebrow?
Yeah, yeah. If I shave my eyebrow off, there's like a line.
What from?
Getting hit in the face with a golf club.
Fucking hell. I assume not maliciously.
No. I was really young as well. I think I was like 8 or 9 or something when it happened.
Was it like someone swang and you were stood too close or something?
Yeah.
And
obviously you can guess which side I was stood on to get hit in the face with that golf club.
The front... You were facing them?
Nope.
What?
I got hit on the backswing.
That's what I thought, yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. You shouldn't be swinging a backswing that hard.
That's true, yeah.
It's only come into my head fairly recently that I was like...
To open someone's face up, yeah. It's a bit...
how hard are you swinging back?
Well...
Because it should be like a nice fluid motion backwards and forwards. He must have thrown it backwards.
How old was this person?
I don't know how old my dad was then. He wasn't literally my dad. He was my
I thought it was.
No, it was a kid who was a next door neighbour.
How old was he? Roughly?
Similar age to me. Must have been around 8 or 9 as well.
Yeah, so 8 or 9, you don't know how to play golf. So I'm going to give this kid a little bit of leeway.
Yeah, he probably deserves it. Maybe. Give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah. He let me ride his like 3-wheeled bike all the time. So,
that's nice.
Yeah, it was sick as well. I used to go around there when they were away.
Did you like put the bandage back on to just get some sympathy every now and then?
Man, I couldn't, when it burst open, I couldn't see shit.
Yeah.
I just like blood all down my face and that. But yeah, I should have been wearing the plasters and stuff every time I went round there and be like, I think I should have an extra go on the trike today.
Yeah.
Because, you did almost take one of my eyes out. Man, it's luckily I've got this big, thick bridge.
That's true, actually, yeah. He could have totally just smashed your eye.
It's literally like there. I think it's just low of my eyebrow. So, yeah, a couple centimetres away and that eye's gone.
Yeah.
Which is pretty... I wouldn't be sat here now.
Why not?
Because I doubt I'd go, I'm going to do a thing that really requires me to be good visually for a living.
That's everything. Everything needs vision, pretty much. I mean, obviously not, because blind people have jobs. But,
which are also hugely varied in jobs. Only one eye, innit?
Well, that's what I'm saying more so, like, if you've got one eye, you sound...
Yeah, I think
you can do anything.
Fair. Yeah, Michael Bisping is a UFC champion from, like, years ago, won championships, and he only had one eye.
Yeah, you adapt.
Yeah.
And that's, like, a huge thing, because you're fighting someone, which means depth perception needs to be on point.
Oh, it's critical. Yeah.
But that means his is really fucking good.
Yeah, it also means that every time anything comes from that side, it's like a hook or something that comes around that side.
Yeah.
You're not going to see it nearly as much.
Yeah.
But I suppose, you would just adapt to it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Do you want to find out?
I'll probably just ask someone who's been through it.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think I need, like, real field work in this one to understand it.
I mean, there is a one-eye tattoo in the States.
Is there?
Yeah. Woman. Can't remember her name. If I remember, I'll send you it. But she's pretty cool. She's got one eye. She wears an eye patch.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. What does the eye patch look like?
Well, she has a bunch, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, you'd have to accessorize
one that I've seen had like diamonds on it and shit.
Ah, yeah.
Like proper baller.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's what I'd go for as well.
Yeah.
Go for the pimped out one.
I'm going to have to find... I reckon if you put one-eyed female tattooer, it'll come straight up. But I'll try and find it and send it, because she's a legit good tattooer as well, which is always nice.
Yeah.
So as you find these like not weird, sorry. You'll find these like anomalies of tattooers. You have like one-arm tattooers and fucking no-leg tattooers. And you're kind of like, holy shit, like that must be difficult. And you see them doing stuff and you're like, oh, there's that one who's got one hand in it.
Yeah.
I think it's Korea. And she like
I'm not sure.
She stretches with like the stump.
Yeah.
Like she cling films it and just goes like that. And tattoos with everyone.
It's going to work just as good,
fucking
isn't it?
Crazy.
Yeah, pretty mad. I suppose like it's our own projections of being like, man, that would be difficult, rather than it actually being like, because you just have to adapt.
Yeah.
As soon as something like that happens to you, you kind of have to get on with it.
It'd be hard though, wouldn't it?
Oh, it would definitely be hard. I'm not saying it would be an easy route, just straight
Obviously
ahead
not,
of getting
but...
better. I just mean, you're obviously going to have ups and downs and get mega frustrated so often.
Yeah.
Especially if you had it before and lost it. Obviously, we didn't have it.
That's the difference, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had one eye the whole time, like if you the golf club thing, and you were tattooing one eye, you'd be totally used to it. Whereas if you got your one eye now, you'd be fucked for like a year.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because if I was like 8 or 9, lost my eye, by now I'd be well adapt to it.
Yeah, you wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah, it'd be easy, if anything. Probably easier than 2 eyes.
That's whereas if you lost it now, yeah, for a year or 2, you would just be figuring shit out.
Yeah. And I blow out a lot at the best of times. Let alone without depth perception.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's any CGI to Barbie in that movie.
What, to Margot Robbie?
Yeah.
Probably. She's fucking Barbie. Like, she's, by definition, she has to be pristine and all that shit.
But that's what I was thinking, was that because Barbie's been getting some heat in recent years.
Okay, so maybe when she enters the real world, she changes a bit or something. I don't know.
She just drops like 6 inches, her legs drop in half.
Who knows?
I don't get that fully.
What?
Why Barbie was under such heat as a doll. Like, I get that they were saying this unrealistic body for anyone to achieve because it's literally out of proportion.
Yeah.
But like, I had Trolls, toys. They were miles out. Even Action Man was miles out.
I think it's society's pressure on women is the difference.
That is true.
That's the key difference.
But then, like, what about Bratz dolls?
What about them?
Like, Bratz dolls are well more exaggerated than that.
Yeah, I think they were a problem as well. For not having realistic body types.
I don't want to see realistic. I want to see fun toys that are exaggerated and cartoony. I suppose, though, Barbie kind of looks real. Because the proportions are only exaggerated slightly enough to be just out of reach.
Yeah, Bratz are like...
They're ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like,
they're very exaggerated, but they did still get put in the heat. But whereas Barbie is like just on the realm of realistic.
It's pushing it, isn't it? Yeah. But yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Where like a young girl would like look at a Bratz doll and go, well, that's obviously just fucking ridiculous. Whereas the Barbie should look at it and go, I do kind of want to look like that.
That's what I was like with Action Man. I do kind of want to look like that.
Yeah.
And I've done nothing to achieve that. Because looking like that is really hard.
Well, obviously.
I don't think I ever compared myself to that, though. But I suppose that is the pressures.
This is what I'm saying.
On men and women, maybe.
That's the difference.
Like, Action Man's body is still fucking hard to get. Like,
yeah. He had a 6-pack.
That little clicky thing in the back of his head that made his eyes move. I don't even know how you get one of them.
Yep. Smoothed out around the bottom,
Yeah. Imagine how fast he could run.
What, with no penis?
Yeah. It gets in the way, doesn't it?
Does it?
Yeah, it's got to, hasn't it?
Mine don't. What does that say about me?
For mine being small, that's why it gets in the way.
Oh. Yeah, I just run on mine.
You run on it like a kangaroo.
Yeah. Boing.
But Action Man's ripped as shit, man.
He is ripped, yeah.
He's probably like 4 or 5% body fat.
Oh, yeah. He's not huge.
Yeah, he's not like huge, like yoked out.
Yeah, but he's definitely lean.
He is a very sexual looking being.
He's like Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg would make a good Action Man.
Yeah, he would do.
Yeah.
But most of the people in Hollywood will, because they all look like that. Because they're setting unrealistic expectations for us men.
Yeah, but...
It's about time we got our rights back and started fighting the injustices against men.
But it's a man's world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man's world.
Papa got a brand new bag.
But it is though, so like that's why it's different.
But it wouldn't be nothing. Yeah. He does go on to say that in the song. Because he says this is a man's world, but it wouldn't be anything. Nothing. It wouldn't be nothing. I think he says it wouldn't be nothing. Sorry, it's my head trying to get round the double negative. Because he's kind of saying it would be something without a woman or a girl.
Oh, okay.
Because wouldn't be nothing is something.
So he's just more of a sexist than we already thought.
This is a man's world, and it'll be better if there were no women.
And I'm gay.
And based on the issues he's had around domestic violence, that seems like that probably would fit.
Yeah.
Maybe. Did you have Action Men growing up?
Yeah.
Any that stand out?
So I wasn't big on Action Men, so I just had the classic.
With the camo gear on.
Yeah. I think I had a truck at one point.
Nice.
That was about it. Like I said, it was a really brief phase for me. I had a lot more like...
Your experimentation stage.
Yeah. I had a lot of figures when I was a kid, like fucking loads. Loads and loads and loads. I went through a phase where, I think I've told you before, like I was never into wrestling. Really?
Have you said that to me? It feels like this is the first time you're telling me this.
I probably have, but you probably white noised it because I know you love wrestling. So I think it's been in the middle.
I don't love wrestling. I have nostalgia for the time that I watched.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't watch it now. I have no interest in it now.
Sorry, yeah. You loved wrestling as a kid.
Yeah.
So you've told me, you've said things to me. There's been times where you've said things to me about certain things that happened, and I've just went, oh yeah, no, I didn't really watch wrestling when I was a kid.
Because everyone around me watched it.
Yeah. So you've said things that are very much in the know. You've been like, oh man, there was this one time when this happened, and I was like, oh, I didn't watch wrestling.
This makes sense, because the other day I referenced Mick Foley and The Undertaker's Hell in a Cell, and you didn't really say anything back to it.
Yeah, you reference that a lot.
Yeah, because it's one of the most iconic things in my era of watching
I don't know who Mick Foley is.
One of the greatest.
I know who Undertaker is.
That doesn't surprise me
I don't
at
know
all.
who Mick Foley is. I don't know what Hell in a Cell is. So...
Yeah. It's like it's a cell, and then there's like it's hell in it.
Oh
yeah.
Okay.
And Mick Foley is he's Cactus Jack.
What?
And he's Dude Love.
What?
And he's Mick Foley.
Well,
He was a wrestler that had different characters.
Holy shit!
And
really?
Mankind, he had 4.
4?
Yeah, because Mick Foley's him, and then Mankind is had a mask and a sock puppet. That his special move was to chuck it down people's throat.
The brown like
That's
leathery
the one,
mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a Leatherface, because he's got like a white shirt, brown trousers on.
Yeah. I remember that guy.
Cactus Jack, which was like in all black, like a like a bad guy from a cowboy era or something.
Ooh.
And then Dude Love was a hippie who wore tie-dye all the time.
Okay.
But it was always Mick Foley that was underneath all of it. And then eventually like he went through all of those, kept jumping around, then eventually just stayed as Mick Foley.
What did Mick Foley look like?
Just him. Just himself.
Just himself?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
He had long hair and a goatee like every other wrestler.
I remember the guy with the leather face. Yeah, I remember he had a goatee and long hair, so yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine that without the leather face.
Yeah.
I didn't know if he had like a distinctive costume or something.
Yeah.
But no, this is what I was going to say. So I was never into wrestling. Like, I've honestly I've watched about an hour's worth across the whole of time.
That's mental.
As in, like, when I've dipped in and watched like 5 minutes of a thing, I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, I've probably watched about an hour. But there was a brief period where I collected all the action figures.
You collected the action figures for wrestling?
Yep.
But without knowing who any of them were?
Nope.
Which ones?
I had about 50 of them.
But like from the 90s, noughties?
From like, it was like Kane, Undertaker, Stone Cold.
Oh, yeah. The golden era. The Rock.
Whoever that Leatherface guy
Mankind.
is. Rock, yeah. That era, you know. All those ones. The ones that were like superposable, not the fucking really old ones.
Yeah, the really old ones where they're like super stiff.
Yeah. But yeah, around that era, I just started collecting them. I think I found one that I liked. I think it was Kane, maybe, because Kane just looks fucking gnarly. And then just...
I can see that you would like Kane or The Undertaker.
As you can probably tell now, I've just always had this collecting thing.
Yeah.
So I'd get one and then I'd just be like, I want them all. So
then you get obsessed by them.
Yeah. So I'd try to complete the era or whatever and shit like that.
That's a fucking hard task to do.
Yeah. But yeah, so when I was a kid, I had exactly the same as now. I had a problem with collecting. So I just collected the main one. I collected Lord of the Rings figures, and no joke, I had every single released Lord of the Rings figure for the first 3 movies, except the Balrog, because that was like 150 quid, and very hard to get.
What's the ball bag?
Balrog. You know what it is?
No, I don't.
Fuck off.
Is it a monster with teeth?
It's the You Shall Not Pass monster.
Is it like a slug situation?
You know what it is. Stop doing this.
I don't know what it is.
You Shall Not Pass.
That's Gandalf.
Yeah.
Gandalf says
What's
that.
he shouting at? Big devil thing.
I don't know what he's shouting at.
Have you not seen Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
You have seen it?
But when they came out, I went to the cinema to see them.
Oh, right.
I haven't seen them since then.
Big fucking devil. with a literal big fiery demon,
huge black horns. It's like a big
bat wings,
silhouette.
huge fucking hooves, and a whip. It's a devil.
Right. I just like doing the "You shall not pass."
Yeah, that's what he's talking to. He's saying it to the Balrog.
Didn't know that.
But the figure was to scale, so like you'd have Gandalf, which is this big, and they made a Balrog that was like literally this big,
like 2 foot wide.
Like it was the biggest thing they made, and it was 150, 180 pound, which wasn't the problem. Like that wasn't the problem. The problem was getting one. Like I think every Forbidden Planet across the UK got one at the most. And some of them didn't. I remember Middlesbrough had one, and it sold like straight away.
I'm guessing super limited numbers on that.
Huge. And now they sell for about 400-500 quid.
That's better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. That's because Lord of the Rings figures aren't huge. They haven't done the value thing yet.
They haven't quite got there, have they?
Yeah, give it another like 30, 40 years and they probably will become.
Have you still got them?
Star Wars was? Nah, I sold them all.
Was there like a peak for them previously that you were like, I'll sell them during this or something?
No, because I was a kid.
Oh, right. I
just got bored of them and went, I'm going to sell them all.
See, if you told me that you start collecting Lord of the Rings figures last year, I'd have been like, yeah, that sounds right. No. You didn't mention any age, I didn't think. So
I said when I was a kid.
Yeah, you are a kid to me.
Okay, well, thanks for calling me a baby goat.
I'm 4 years older than you. But it's a big 4 years.
Sorry.
It's a big 4 years.
But yeah, I had I'll try and find I've got a photo. There's so many of them. But I had all of them, and I put them. I bought like these thin, I think they were plate shelves from IKEA. I put all of them on and laid them out, and then I took photos of them.
No, did you got a picture of you with them?
No, I've just got photos. I've got photos of some of my collection at home. So that's what I'm saying. I'll try and find the photo, get it to you for this, and you can put it up.
So do you collect photos of your collections? Because it seems a little bit like that.
100% I do, yeah.
So you've got a collection of photographs of your collections?
Well, not to hand, but most of my collection, like I do have a thing where I collect things and then I do aim to get that photo of like a completed set or something like that. I've always done that.
See, I collect the idea of wanting to collect, and then I get one and then go, I've done that now. That's enough for me. There's so many things that I've thought, yeah, I want to get all of those, and then don't. I just move on.
No, I'm very determined.
Yeah, I think your wallet would have appreciated it if you didn't start collecting shoes.
Oh, yeah.
That would have probably been one to avoid.
That's definitely been my biggest collection ever.
One of the things that if you want to be a collector, probably avoid shoes.
Yeah, it's a fucking nasty rabbit hole. There's so many of them as well. I think that's the issue. Like when I've done that thing recently with my wall, sitting back and looking at it, I'm just like, fuck me, that's a lot.
It does look incredible though. Yeah. It looks so good.
And I've got rid of like when I was putting them all up, and because obviously I was unboxing them all. So as I was opening every box and really looking at it, because I destroyed most of the boxes, that's what I was kind of doing. I was looking at them and going, I'll just sell them, because it wasn't worth me destroying the box, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was like,
because if you destroy the box, you're keeping them.
Exactly. There was pairs that I looked at and went, I'm probably going to sell them. And if I had that thought, I was like, I'm just going to sell them.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to just be like quite, it sounds so stupid, but I was trying to, be...
like cutthroat with it.
Yeah. And I was trying to, limit myself a bit.
Yeah, plus all the ones that you sold, you can now just get pairs that you really want.
Well, no, yeah.
Reinvesting, as it were.
Okay, yeah. There's nothing I want, really.
Okay, yeah, it was like, that is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And Rasheen will be watching this and then going, oh, shit.
Honestly, man, she didn't care.
I know, she started this.
Yeah, it was all her fault.
If anyone was to blame.
It's 100% her.
Yeah.
It's her / Matt Yule. They're the two catalysts.
You hear that? It's your fault.
Honestly, yeah.
This.
New York was the catalyst. Then Rasheen just guided me through New York, got home, Matt Yule just jumped straight on it. And then he was the one that got me invited me to the group chat. And then the group chat is definitely what fucked everything.
Yeah.
Well, that's where it just went. Because I knew nothing. I knew, like, I always had like limited. I always liked limited edition Vans, and I had like a handful of Air Max 90 general releases, and I had a bit of knowledge on Air Max 90s, like very, very small. But I had no idea about Jordans, like genuinely no idea. It was Rasheen that guided me through Jordans, because that was the main thing, is that when I was walking around New York, everyone had Jordans, like everyone. So all these people that I was seeing who were like fucking cool, they all had Jordans on the feet, and I was like, and I'd never noticed Jordans at all. Like I'd never even clocked them in the UK, but because everyone had them on and they were all styling them very differently, very distinctly, I was like, that's cool. And then I think I just said that to Rasheen. I was like, have you noticed how everyone's wearing Jordans? She was like, yeah, they're fucking huge. Like it's a multi-billion-dollar company. And then I was just like,
they're really starting to take off.
I think they're going to do well.
I think I want to invest some money in these.
Phone up that Michael Jordan. I might talk about investing. And then
and Matt Damon, I want to talk to him as well.
She then just like, she literally took me around Nike and some resale shops in the state, in New York. And she showed me, like, this is a Jordan 1, that's a 3, that's a... Because she knew all this from being a teenager. She was like, that's a 3, that's a 4, that's a 5, that's a 6. And then she was like, anything above that's a bit of shit. And then, except 11s. And then...
Yeah, it's weird, that, isn't it?
Yeah,
it goes up and then it goes, like, 1, 2, miss a few, 11.
Yeah. You get to 6 and then it's 11 and 12s. And then the rest are shite.
It's also 1, miss 2, then go to 3.
Oh, yeah, you don't want a 2, yeah. They tried to bring twos back, like I think it was last year or the year before. And
yeah.
Because they did like a bunch of collabs. I think, Union did a 2 and a couple of other people.
And it went really, really well.
It went all right. I mean, the Union 2s still sell for a bit of money, but it's because of the Union, but they don't sell for anywhere near as much as the ones. So. But yeah, she guided me through Jordans, and then got home, Matt Yule put me in this group chat, and the rest is history. Now I've got, I don't even know how many thousands of pounds worth of collection.
Too many pairs, isn't it? You've only got 2 feet. Anytime you tell someone you've got more than 1 pair of trainers, why? You've only got 2 feet.
I hear that all the time.
Yeah, I bet you do. Because you've got a fucking room dedicated to footwear. If anyone's going to hear it, it's going to be you.
There's a wardrobe on the other side.
I haven't seen the wardrobe because there's no pictures of that up, is there?
Yeah, because we're finishing it.
It's just pictures of shoes. We know what you like.
The shoe side got finished.
Yeah, and fuck the wardrobe side. Just the shoes.
The wardrobe side is finished.
Oh, okay.
There's one small section of it to be finished for them. We will then take photos.
Well, I look forward to seeing those photos.
Yeah.
Do you know what I learned from Action Man? I learned from Action Man that I don't want to be with a man with abs because I think laying on it would be really like too solid.
Yeah.
And I also think I'd move my face away from it and it'd be like it had been like a waffle maker. I'd come away and have these lines on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think I want to go out with a guy with strong abs. I mean, I don't want to go out with a guy anyway.
That's where I was going with this. I was thinking...
if I did, I'd want him to be rounder.
Rounder.
I'm not hitting on you.
How round?
You're round about that.
Oh. I'm not going to have to reject you. Again. I don't want to, but if you're going to make me...
Not like this.
It's a hard no.
Not with it.
I'm a married man.
No, you're not.
Almost.
Okay, there's still time. I can win you round.
Maybe on the wedding day when you're marrying us. I'll just be like...
Maybe that's the angle. It. Maybe the angle is I do the whole of the ceremony just bitter. That you're not marrying me.
Here we are for these 2 cunts.
I guess this is going to be a very magical day, is it? So special for everyone involved, is it? Everyone? Everyone including me, is it? Is this fun?
I kind of like that. Although I do remember we will be legally married by then.
And then also, I just keep putting down Rasheen while I was picking up you the whole time. And this decided she was going to take the man of my dreams.
And look how handsome he is.
Glorious.
Pristine. And look at his shoes.
All of the shoes. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't be able to do that.
No?
No, I don't think I could be that disrespectful and in front of all of your family who would be like, we've come to see a lovely ceremony.
Yeah, but they know it's a fake one. So.
I was like, Daryl, you're one of the sexiest men I've ever been declined by.
Yeah, but
Rasheen's also here.
They're going to see the real one the day before.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, why are they coming to the second one then?
Because I'm paying for that one.
The show?
Yeah. Free food, I think, is probably why.
The first one's like sat in an office.
Yeah.
The second one is, just going to be me having a breakdown. A bitter mental breakdown.
Yeah.
And just calling Rasheen horrible things the whole time. None are true. I'm just going to keep throwing them at her.
Nice. She'll like that.
Yeah, I think so. Should prefer that to a compliment, I think.
Genuinely, yeah. Yeah, probably.
I have already thought about that.
Maybe just avoid compliments and insults. Just say non-things.
Just, you guys...
And Rasheen has arrived.
Just everything's matter of fact. And you look like you're dressed today.
You look like a bride. Yeah, there's ways around it.
I love that idea. Just going, everything is just facts. There's no movement at all on it.
Hello, everyone. It is 12:03, and the ceremony is starting now. And Rasheen's here. She's arrived.
Which is good. We weren't expecting her.
Yeah. Daryl is in a brown
hoping.
suit. Rasheen is in white. Isn't that great? No, that's an opinion.
Yeah,
Fuck.
it is, yeah.
Isn't that...
And isn't this an occasion?
Isn't that clothing?
And that's what we call clothing.
There's clothing involved. Rasheen is wearing makeup and Daryl is wearing aftershave. And everyone is sat down. And I'm stood up.
Man, do you know, right? I would die laughing at that. I would watch someone do that
just
for
described
ages.
Everything in the room.
This is a building which is suitable for this occasion.
It is deconsecrated, which means it is non-religious.
I think, let me just get the dictionary out and just double check this. Noun? I'd be well into that.
The bar staff are yawning.
Because no one's drinking at this wedding.
There'll be a lot of drinkers, actually.
Probably. It's on a Sunday, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was clever.
Why?
People don't get messy on Sundays.
Yeah, they do. The reason we did it on a Sunday...
People I hang out with don't.
The reason we did it on a Sunday is because about genuinely 60% of our families are non-workers, as in disabled benefits. And then so that's one table. The other table is friends who are tattooers.
So are all working Saturday.
But not working Monday. Every
is
tattooer
true.
I know has Sunday, Monday off. So all those tattooers are going to be there on Sunday, not working Monday.
Plus, less money in it.
What?
Less money to have the Sunday in it.
Oh, yeah.
By quite a bit.
Yeah. That's why we didn't go for Saturday.
I don't know. This is just a pure guess, but I would assume a Sunday was a lot less than a Saturday.
It was, yeah.
And that was probably the biggest driver of that choice. And then secondarily...
Honestly, I wanted a Sunday going in.
I know, I'm just messing with you.
Prior to price. Fuck you, Kier. I can afford it.
I'm going to neg you until you love me. We should probably actually go do some work, though.
Yeah. Should we just go get married instead?
Yeah. Or we could just skip the marriage and just get to consummating.
Ooh.
Getting down and nasty. But I'll describe everything as accurately as possible.
I'm now going to insert my penis.
My erect penis is now in your anal cavity.
I know! Right, let's go.
I have ejaculated. Bye!
I'm crying.